the New 80's Revolution with Jason Nupp, a one-and-all show full of fun where anything can and does happen. Pickups, fan mail, toy reviews, camping with the New 80's Revolution Jr. Whatever the heck else does not fit into a specific category, Jason covers it right here, folks. And now, the host of the New 80's Revolution, Jason Nupp.
What's up, guys? Jason of New Age Revolution down here in the cave, keeping the flow going, right? That's how we do it. We keep the flow going. Not necessarily the daily show, right? It'll look, if I come on here daily, eventually I'll be talking to you about, like, what I had for breakfast, and be like a 47-second episode. So, semi-daily. We're here. We're gonna do another room tour. Don't worry, I'll get some more lighting in here so you can see this. But we're going to do Video Game Corner. Yeah, that's right, Video Game Corner today. And that's going to lead to more of a discussion about Video Game Corner and what we might start doing with some of this stuff over here. All 430 Nintendo games. What are we going to do with them? Well, stay tuned. We'll talk about that. Let's see, what do we got? Upcoming room tour. We'll conclude the room tour in a couple more videos. PACW, everybody's been asking, hello, are you going to finish the first round of the tournament? Iron Sheik and Ricky Steamboat? Yes, by the end of the week, the Ricky Steamboat Iron Sheik match that concludes round one of the PACW tournament will happen here on the channel. The 1984 Championship Wrestling reviews. I want to do two a week. I want to keep that going because if you guys are seeing two a week, that means I'm watching two a week, and I don't want to take forever to watch through these shows. So hopefully two a week on those. Room tour, PACW, and other stuff. I got you guys are well aware that things hit me quickly, randomly, and then they become obsessions, right? While the 80s stuff has not just hit me. The 80s stuff has been around in my head forever, and I've expanded it. There has been a purchase made on the eBay. Very, very random, very, very sporadic. I went down a rabbit hole. I was looking for... What was I looking for? I don't even... I think I saw something on Instagram, like a picture of something, and then it just sent me over to eBay, and then what I was originally looking for brought me down another hole, and then scroll, purchase. What am I talking about? You're gonna have to wait and see, but it's gonna kind of be a new thing. I don't know how long it'll last. I don't know how deep I'm going to go, but it's a new thing, and it's totally... none of you are going to guess the rabbit hole that I've gone down, and none of you will get... I will give you my entire room if you guess, randomly the item that I ordered. $21. Just $21. And it should be here. It's shipped today. And, I don't know. There's some things in my watch list that go along with this item. Not specifically, but the genre of this item. You'll see. And it's a new thing. It's in my head. It's stuck. Nothing we can do about it. Just enjoy it. All right. So let's flip the camera and let's take a look at Video Game Corner, ladies and gentlemen, as the Nerd Cave room tour continues. All right, guys, so this is what we've seen so far. This is the far corner of the room. There's the door to enter the cave, and there's the laundry room, right? So there's the old Zenith that I have not brought to the recycling place yet. That gem poster will absolutely get removed from that TV and brought somewhere in this room. So this is, this is how it begins. Right, this is how we enter the cave. And over here in the corner is Video Game Corner. But as you can see, it's become a little bit more than Video Game Corner, and we're going to be cleaning that up. But let's take a look here at the top. We have a Pac-Man TV tray that I would like a little bit more showcase of, but it's okay up there. We've got the Super Mario thermos. We have a few empty boxed Atari games. There are no games in there, just the packages. I don't know where I got them or how or why I have 3. I don't know. But there's just a few random Atari game packages. We have a Barbie and the Rockers figure. Yeah, sure, why not? Barbie and the Rockers. Behind her is a Nintendo action set box. Very, very early. Well, I wouldn't say very early. We got the orange gun. And if I'm misremembering, let me know. But didn't they have to do the orange gun because it makes it look less like a real gray gun, right? Did they have to put the orange in there to kind of go along with the complaining teachers? And I don't remember, but the orange zapper. So that's that. We've got the the boxed Michael Jackson figure from a friend of the channel who I don't hear from anymore. The Beefer, Big Beefcake. I don't know if he's watching anymore. I think he might have gone over to the dark side, but that's okay. The boxed Michael Jackson, love those. And right next to that, the Thriller Michael Jackson. Wait a minute, is that Beat It? That's Beat It Michael Jackson. Sorry. I believe that's the Beat It outfit, I think. I don't think there was a Thriller Michael Jackson. And right next to that, I don't know what, it's new. It's not like an old Pepsi bottle, but I don't know what they were doing a while back. I don't know when I got this. They had some, I don't know, does Pepsi have a date on it? 2018. I don't know. I remember for some reason they were putting out these Pepsi bottles with, I don't know, rock stars on it or whatever. So there's, I don't know. Right next to that is the American Music Awards outfit. That's what that is identified as. The American Music Awards Michael Jackson. I believe there's also a Grammy award show Michael Jackson in the blue and gold outfit. Love those figures. I still need, I think, 2 more. And then they made like packages of outfits that, great stuff. I just love the Michael Jackson figures. And look who they're from. Boom, LJN. Why not? We've got a Nintendo Super Mario lunchbox. The Atari box, if we move Mike here, you can see a little bit more of the Atari box. Look at that. Free Pac-Man and Combat. So they gave away 2 games with the Atari. Love those. And would love to be able to showcase that box a little bit more. I'm trying to get Pac-Man here to sit right. And he just likes to spin around. I'd love the Nintendo box and the Atari box to live a little, to breathe a little, to get a little airtime. There's a couple more empty Atari boxes. I think I got 5 all at once one day. Maybe from a flea market. I don't even remember. The NES Advantage. That is in there. That is, there's styrofoam in there. There's the Advantages in there. That was $10 at a flea market. That beautiful NES Advantage box. And guess what? Right next to it, at the same flea market was the Zapper in box for $10. So I got those a while back. Yeah. Gem dolls. We got some gem. Right? A couple of awesome gem dolls. Love those. The Nintendo Challenge set is behind there. That box is behind this attractive gem doll. Okay. This one came with Super Mario 3. So this is the a later release. I don't know. There was one point in time, like 6-7 years ago, when I was just grabbing empty boxes for some reason. I think it's when I first started watching YouTube. And an early YouTuber was, like, I was watching Angry Video Game Nerd, and I was watching, I don't know, somebody called Pat the NES Punk. And they would go through their collections. And I don't know, I started wanting empty boxes. So I started buying them. That's pretty cool. $77.99 from Electronics Boutique. That's a precursor to GameStop. Electronics Boutique. And then there was another electronics store called Babbage's, I remember. That is another Pac-Man TV tray. That one is from childhood. Not the actual one, but I did have that as a kid. I absolutely had that as a kid. Love it. We got a dried up rose there. That's from my sister's funeral, actually. So without killing the mood here, we'll move on. What do we got on the shelf? We got some dust, right? Look at that. We got some dust. This is a key to the house I spent like 10 years in. That's a key to my grandparents' house. That is no longer my grandparents' house, obviously. Okay. We'll move the Jason mask out of the way so we can see some good stuff. So this begins the Nintendo, and we'll look at the stuff on. We got Title Match Pro Wrestling box. This was sealed with the game inside, but of course I opened it. I sliced the bottom open. I wanted to get the game out, and I wanted the instructions out because I'm awesome. And here it is. One of the first pro wrestling console games I played. Absolutely terrible, obviously. Of course, it's Atari. The Double Dragon box. This is one of my favorite games, and remind me to talk about that. Hint, hint, in a minute. The Double Dragon box. Love it. We've got a pro wrestling box over there, of course. We got a Jonathan Davis autograph. That was given to me by my man Xavier back in the day. We got a Weird Al NECA figure. That's pretty cool. No, that is not a bag of doob. This tells you how crazy your boy is. This is AstroTurf felt from an abandoned miniature golf course, ladies and gentlemen. Why did I do this? Well, because I grew up in the town where this miniature golf course was. And it had been closed for like 30 years. Abandoned for like 30 years. But one day I drove past it like a year ago. And I looked really carefully for some reason. I don't know why. And then, you know, there's a church built there now. And, you know, it used to be called Arnold Palmer Golf. Arnold Palmer Miniature Golf. And as I looked carefully, I could see that that there were remnants of there was a skeleton of the miniature golf course. And so I got out to take a closer look. And, you know, buried underneath overgrowth and weeds and trees was a couple of, all of the holes. All of the, you know, the wood was rotted and broken down, was grown over. But your crazy favorite new 80s your crazy favorite YouTuber ripped out a piece of the green. So this is 30-year-old abandoned miniature golf course green. Yep. Yeah, I'm insane. All right, we've got some Super Mario toys from McDonald's. I'm probably going to move those along sometime. I'm kind of over them, and they're taking up space on the shelf here. More Nintendo games. We've got some Atari games stacked back there. I got to figure out where to put those now because of the Atari is getting new life breathed into it. We've got Bumbling Boxing. You've seen this on a previous show of mine. I got to figure out where to put it. It doesn't belong on the video game shelf. Down here, we've got some of these Coleco handhelds. We got Pac-Man, and we've got the Tomy-Tronic smaller handheld version. Box O Nintendo controllers right there. Down here, we've got the boxed NES Power Pad. We got some Sweet Pickles. We got in that black box and in that shoe box are more Atari games. We have the one of the speakers for the stereo with that beautiful GE alarm clock on it that is constantly running. There it is. I finally have that beautiful red glow in my room. Coming up here, stuff that's going to find other spots. We've got, some random A-Team Lego. We've got some He-Man guys. Am I collecting He-Man? No. But both shelves here have He-Men on them. Now, they are my former He-Men that I gave to Liam. And Liam eventually gave them to Finley. And like all kids do at Christmas time, Finley wraps up some of his toys and gives them to me. So Finley has started giving me his He-Men / my He-Men back. And of course, if your 4-year-old or your 5-year-old gives you a present for Christmas, you put it on your shelf. Okay? There's a lesson for you dads out there. So there's my He-Men. This, I don't know why it's down here. This is also going back upstairs. This was the kids, but they broke it, and so I just put it down here on the video game shelf. We've got a boxed NES cleaning kit right here. It is in there. I don't know if it works. I don't know if the NES cleaning kits really ever worked. I don't know. So that's in there. Oh yeah, now it's falling down. What else we got? We got a couple more shelves. We got the Nintendo strategy game guide. We got actually a blank shelf here. More Nintendo games. Okay. So, what are we going to do here? Well, first of all, these little toys are getting sent out as a surprise free gift to somebody. We're going to put Bumbling Boxing away. We're going to put this stuff away. I'll figure out a new place to put the kids' He-Mans. Mario's going to take a hike. He's going to go also. Because the games are hidden, right? There's 430 Nintendo games here. And at one point, I was really, really into... I was like really into collecting, obviously, as many games as I could get my hands on. They were Christmas presents every year. They were birthday presents. They were Easter presents. I mean, any chance my wife could get, to get me a game, she would. Don't forget the phone on the wall. Yeah. The Hulk Hogan light switch. Some LJN posters hanging up there on the side. Got an old painting of a house I grew up in because I'm a nut. Anyway, the games are hidden. They're hidden behind all this stuff. They're not in alphabetical order. I've lost the list of the games that I had. I had a beautiful printed out, list of all the NES games, and I would highlight the ones I had. They were in all alphabetical order, and everybody worked off that list when it came time to get me new games. Well, I went to a convention, and I left the list there. So somebody else now has my NES list. It's gone. And I just don't want to start another one. I mean, there's 430 games in here. But this was like a big obsession, these Nintendo games. And now they're just forgotten. And I don't really play any Nintendo. Because I've never had a reliable Nintendo. Well, now, this this Hyperkin, this Retron 2, has been doing well. It's works still, right? It's been like 2 weeks. Still works. The Atari is plugged in and ready to go. That's getting tossed or given away, whatever, because I'm grabbing a new Sega, an official Sega this weekend when you guys meet G.I. Joe Ron. So, I want to spend some time in here playing some games, especially some Sega and some Nintendo. So what I want to do is I want to create the... Here, let me flip the camera around so you're not just looking at... So I want you to look at me, right? We don't want to just look at my stuff. All right, whoops. All right, so I want to play more games, right? I want to play more Nintendo, and I want to use the awesome new Sega that I'm getting. So I want to be inspired to do it, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add yet another idea for a show here on the channel. People have always asked me, what are my top 10 Nintendo games? Well, let's do that. Let's do my top 10 Nintendo games. Not the top 10 Nintendo games of all time. Trust me, guys. The top 10 Nintendo games of all time I can't give you an answer to because I'm not that deep of a gamer. I can tell you my favorites. I can tell you the ones that I like to play over and over again. And instead of telling you, let's put this Zenith System 3 to use. And let's put this Hyperkin Retron 2 to use. And let's, as I'm talking about a favorite game and why it's a favorite game, I'll play the favorite game right here on the Zenith System 3. None of that fancy picture-in-picture, none of that HD quality, game reviews that you see on all the 1 million game channels. No, it's gonna be me sitting here playing it on a bootleg Nintendo, rocking it on the 25-inch Zenith. So as we talk about Double Dragon, I'll play some Double Dragon in the background. We obviously can't sit here and play the whole game with you, but why not show off my favorite games? Because they're only going to be games that I have. I can promise you Zelda's not on the list. I can promise you Metroid's not on the list. Mega Man's not on the list. I don't even think Contra's on the list. But I'm going to make the list. And we're going to sit down and we're going to play it. So that's that. That's the... let me go back over here now. That's Video Game Corner. And that's it. That's suppose we back up more, you get more of a... we just covered this whole section. And there's... so you can get a feel for the room. There's Video Game Corner. And pretty soon, in the next day or week or so, we'll sit down here. We'll fire up that bad boy, and we'll play some classic NES on the classic Zenith System 3 with your favorite YouTuber, the classic New 80s Revolution. Good night now.